Hey, good afternoon. This is Stephen Seidel with We Love Soaps in association with Renegade Reporting. We're live on the set of All My Children. Take a look behind. They just recently relocated from New York to LA, so we're going to interview the cast members and find out what it's like to be on the West Coast. Hey, what's going on? This is Stephen. We're here with Vincent Irizarry. How you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Great. So we're just following up here. Are you originally from LA or are you from New York?
No, I'm actually from New York. I was born in New York City, and but I've lived in Los Angeles many times over the years. I have two daughters that were born in this city, so yeah.
And how does it feel to be on the West Coast versus the hard, cold streets of New York?
Well, when you put it like that, especially during the cold period of the Northeast New York winters, it's nice to be here. For me, it's tough because I'm commuting. I'm still living back east, and I'm working here. I have my family, my wife and kids there, so that's the hard part because I go back and forth to see them, and maybe one of these days soon we'll all be on the same coast.
Definitely, and we do want to say congratulations for your supporting Emmy.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, that's quite an honor to be nominated, let alone win. So congrats. And we want to know a little bit more as far as your character deep down inside. Obviously, does a few irrational things, maybe from spectators, but you need to find the good within your character. Correct?
Well, there is good in my character, and every once in a while it just breaks through. It does it with certain people that he has a true heart for, a true affection for. There are those, his children, that he loves and adores, but David's love can be very suffocating, and sometimes it's that love that becomes a weapon against them, unfortunately. So he can be his worst enemy, but where the people in the town that he doesn't like, I don't think the good side of his nature is ever going to come out with those people. He sees it as his mission to hold a mirror up to these people, and so that they can see the not so good people of Pine Valley, that their own hypocrisy. They're not a far cry from him. So.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see you here. Obviously, you seem like a very genuine and loving guy. So it seems like a lot of these actions do stem from it is love and that over development of love. And what about kidnapping someone? I mean, that must be an immense love for someone wanting to possess them.
It depends. I don't remember who you're talking about kidnapping. I didn't kidnap Greenlee. I was shielding her and protecting her. No, I wasn't. You would see that her friends rode her off the road, and then they lied about doing so, and he felt that he needed to protect her from them, and she was on the brink of dying. So, but yeah, I think the thing is with David is that his life he's so damaged. His past is really terrible. His father committed suicide, put a gun to his head and blew his brains out while he was watching through a cracked door. His mother talked him into doing that. His father bled out in his arms, and so that really left a scar that's irreparable, frankly.
And it's not David's fault.
It's not his fault. He's trying to find. That's one thing that wasn't his fault. He really is trying to find peace within himself and a true love somewhere. To find what it feels like to be a healthy relationship and a healthy family somewhere.
Okay, just to wrap it up, describe David in one word.
Oh, complex.
Complex. Well, it's about to get complex here on the set of All My Children. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
He's Irish, and his name is Walt Willey, and he's looking.
Two consonants. I was always short.
Yeah, and he's looking a lot more handsome than I am today. I'm feeling a little. I was telling some friends, you come on the set here, and you start really seeing all these people, and start looking at yourself in the mirror and having second thoughts.
Oh, I took the mirrors down a long time ago. I'm, in my mind, still 30 years old. It's okay, actually.
Yeah, and you're looking good. And I do like that you do some stand-up, right?
I do. I've been doing stand-up for, I guess, about 20 years.
And so have you noticed a little bit of comedy kind of peeking up into the All My Children with the rewrites and being written back in? Are you able to slide some comedy in there?
Well, I don't try to slide too much. I mean, that's not what they pay me for. But actually, Susan Lucci and I were just talking today how they're starting to write Erica and Jack the way we'd hoped they'd write them for years. We've been talking about if they should all go, the writers should go watch The Thin Man and see the relationship between Nick and Nora. It's an old film from the 30s, but it's really exactly what Jack and Erica should be. And just today, we were commenting on how they're starting to do that. They're starting to write the history. They're starting to have a sense of humor between these two people who've known each other forever, intimately. And so, yeah, I'm starting to see it.
Yeah, and it's great to see that in daytime television. You're migrating here from New York. Were you living in New York, and now Did you have to move out here, or are you a LA resident?
Well, I've been living in New Mexico, actually, for 16 years. So this is a much nicer commute. It's only 2 hours by plane instead of 7 with a connection, so I'm closer to my kids. And I always promised myself I'd never come to Los Angeles to look for work, but I would come out here to work and then stay. And
You kept true to your promises.
long enough. Sometimes it has a chance of coming true, absolutely.
And so you've been performing for a while. What was it that got you, that glimmer of hope, or attracted you to the opportunity to, perform and affect people in different ways? I mean, as a child, what was your inspiration or the goals that you set?
Gosh, I wish it was something that altruistic. It was about girls originally. No, I actually...
Meeting ladies. Hey, ladies.
Actually, I stuttered when I was a kid very badly, and I think when I got a hold of that, I think I just didn't shut up after that, and so...
Motor mouth?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I just tried to make fun of myself before anybody else had a chance to do it.
And so do you bring that into your work as Jack as well? Obviously, some of these, hesitations and inhibitions from a childhood. Do you find that coming into your work, creeping in there?
I think you can't create a character other than from what you already have inside yourself. And yeah, I've taken a few of those traits and tried to give them to Jack because I think they're good, vulnerable, triumphant traits.
And working with Susan Erica on the show, you've worked with her for,
Since Hector was a pup and he's a big dog now, yes.
Yeah, since he's
I put too fine a line on it.
all grown up, and I mean, you guys have had quite a career. And what's a moment that, or something that you might have shared that we may not be aware of, or maybe Jack and Erica, a little subtler moment behind the closed doors that you might like to share?
Well, seeing as we're both married, I'm not going to share any of those things. No, actually, we always, in every scene, we try to do something just for ourselves. We don't care if it gets on camera. If it does, it'll only enrich the scene. But the fact is, we just do it for ourselves. And that's a great, wonderful secret to have. Actors should always have secrets, things that they just do for themselves.
That's amazing, yeah, the different secrets. That's a wonderful thing to pursue. So HD, real quick, are you going to notice any difference here in your makeup, your hair, your performance? Do you think that's really not going to affect anything, or is it the way the technology goes?
Well, I think you put it in the capable hands of the technical director and the director, and you don't worry about performance. I think we have a fabulous makeup and hair crew here who know all the limitations and opportunities that HD affords. That's not my job to worry about.
And do you still do stand-up? Is there anywhere around here that we might be able to check you out, or in New Mexico, Albuquerque? I don't know where you're from, but...
Well, not around here. We're going back to, I'm flying out tomorrow, God willing, and the storm isn't too bad. I've got a gig somewhere in upstate New York and then one in Connecticut Friday and Saturday night.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Cornelius Smith Jr. We're with We Love Soaps, and your character on the show is Frankie, correct?
Yes, Franklin Hubbard.
Franklin. Okay, let's keep it proper.
Let's keep it dapper now.
Yeah. Is Franklin a sophisticated individual, the character?
I think he is. I don't think he's overly sophisticated, but he's a pretty sharp and professional guy. He tries to be, which can be a blessing and a curse.
And do you channel some of that, from your own character? Character development from your own person? Are you a sharp? You seem pretty sharp.
Yeah, I'm pretty laid back too. I don't think I'm as uptight as Frankie can be, but I don't know. Some people might tell you that I'm lying. But yeah, I think a little bit of myself goes into every character that I play, and that's kind of the blessing of being able to do what it is we do, man. We have these characters, we give ourselves over to them and who they are, and also put a little bit of ourselves inside as well.
Nice. And you have Darnell, who's on the show. You have Debbie on the show. So you have a nice, solid background of, African-American, black, for lack of a better term. I don't know what the PC term is, but it's good to see a lot more, being it's Black History Month. So are you noticing more opportunities like that coming about for, black actors?
Well, yeah. I mean, you mean like in reference to like
daytime television, more specifically?
Yeah. I mean, I think right now it's just a blessing to kind of be here and be a part of a family, the Hubbards, which I think highlights the African American family and community in a positive way. And I think I see, other shows kind of doing that. And so I think it's important that we represent all walks of life on soap operas in a positive light, in a real way that people can kind of, connect to and relate to, because that's America, man. We're a multicultural society, and we want to see everyone on television.
For sure, we want an accurate representation. I mean, we're the melting pot, so I don't see too many Arab. I haven't seen too many. Maybe they'll start to come into play. But what was an inspiration for you growing up? Some TV, some actors, some heroes. Who inspired you to become, an actor? Or
Man, I did my first show when I was in high school. I did a play called, it was a musical actually, called Something's Afoot. So that's when I first got started, and I was a part of a performing arts guild in high school. And so when I initially got inspired, I think it was Denzel Washington that really kind of caught my eye. And I was watching him, and I said, you know what, I think I can do that. Because I was like a computer engineering major.
I was an engineer too.
Yeah, I was like in mathematics. I loved math. I actually thought I was going to be an electrical engineer, for those of you. But that didn't work out. I started singing and dancing and acting in high school and fell in love, and that took me over to Scotland. And I really began to see that, this gift that I have can really kind of touch lives, and it was something that I could go to school and study for. Yeah,
definitely. I agree. I just want to touch really quickly, because I think this is important too. You have a skill set as an engineer, scientific skills, but yet background, as a creator working with languages. How are you able to fuse, that science background with the performing background, like problem resolution? How do you bring that to the table when you're creating your character for Frankie?
Yeah, well, actually, even though in high school I was on the engineering track, I went to theater. I went to school and studied theater at SMU, and then I went to grad school and studied acting at NYU grad acting. So I kind of jumped ship from high school and actually committed myself to acting and theater. But all of that all that has served me well in creating characters and making choices and making decisions that I think that people can kind of relate to when you watch television and you see a guy. The most important thing, I think, what people underestimate is how to make the characters real and accessible to other people that you see and you say, hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, you hold up a mirror and you see, you connect to them. So one last question: what was the hardest? You talked about decisions. What was the hardest choice that either Frankie or yourself as a human being? What was the most difficult choice, whether the character or you as a person has had to make in your lifetime?
Well, I think for Frankie, just recently, one of the difficult choices that he made, and it was a mistake, is where does family fall in with your career, with professionalism. Just recently, Frankie wanted to make sure that his parents were all good, in love, lovey-dovey, getting some time away. He noticed that his mom was stressed out, that his father was stressed out. So he tried to make time for them to go away, and in the process neglected his obligations at the hospital, and it resulted into a death, which is tragic. And so I think that was kind of tough for him to deal with. Obviously, he wants his parents to be happy, but he's a doctor. And I think doctors need to be able to kind of distinguish the two, because they're in the business of saving lives. And I think life is the most important thing, and Frankie knows that. So that's been difficult for him.
Wonderful. Well, from a death to a new beginning here in LA, we appreciate it. So keep your eyes open. Frankie's coming on board with the sophistication. Watch out. Thanks.
Pop it, baby.
Pop the collar, make it happen. All right, make yourself at home here. We're with Adam Mayfield. He plays Scott Chandler. So how's the move treating you thus far?
It's treating me great. It's like being back home. I was living here before I got cast in New York. So about 6 months after being in New York was when the announcement was made that we are moving to LA. So I basically got like a 9-month vacation in New York City, and now I'm back home.
Nice. And you're also transitioning. Your arm's behind me. I might just lay back into that. No, but just buddy up.
We're all friends here.
Yeah, we need a bromance in daytime television, right? But the transition to HD, how's that? Is that is that going to require a little bit more, Do you think that basically that high definition quality is going to capture a little bit more of your performance?
I don't know about the performance. I know that it affects more of the lighting. It affects more. We have to be more careful with makeup and hair and things like that. As far as my performance goes, there's nothing that I really feel like I need to change with regards to that. Just because we're going into HD, it certainly looks clean.
Yeah, definitely. And as far as your performance goes, how are you dealing with the issues with your father in the storylines?
The issue of the death of my father?
The issue of the death of your father, how that he's passing. Do you feel, how is your character, Mr. Chandler, going to get through that?
It's been a while now. It's been, it's been almost a year since he died. And, time heals everything, I guess. It's, Scott will always miss it. But he's kind of moved on to.
But you need to be the man now, right? You need to kind of take a little bit of control, right? No, there's no possibility that he may come back from the dead, is there?
Oh, you never know, do you? Not in this medium.
You never know.
No,
Daytime
honestly,
television.
No, I seriously doubt that Stewart will ever come back. You see him as a ghost every once in a while. He lurks around and kind of dips into people's consciences and things like that. But
little Hamlet action, little callback to the Hamlet.
Something like that, yeah.
And the relationship that you have with Annie, is that going to further develop, you think?
I have no idea. I don't know. It's looking right now that something could develop between Scott and Annie. I mean, it's always in the cards.
So along that note, when you have a intense romance or makeout scene, what goes through your mind?
What goes through my mind? Where my camera is.
What my camera angle is, and do you normally do that in 1 or 2 takes, or how many takes is that?
We normally do it in, if we can get it in 1 take, we get it in 1 take.
Sometimes you might do it all day long?
If I'm lucky, yeah.
Definitely. Well, we appreciate it, and as far as, coming forward to in being in LA, do you feel like you're going to be a little bit more grounded here and, having family members, and it'll be a little bit more conducive to being an artist?
I think it'll definitely be more conducive to being an artist, only because there's so much more opportunity out here for film and television than there was in New York. As far as family, I've got a lot of very, very solid, close friends out here because I lived out here for so long. So it's been great to catch up with them as well.
What's the number one thing that you do with your friends when you have a day off? What do you go do?
Camping.
Camping?
Camping and hiking, yeah. I love the mountains.
Where's a good spot here in LA to go since you've been here before? Where do we go hiking in LA?
My favorite spot, and I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, this is supposed to be my best kept secret, but I'm going to give it to you. There's a place called Devil's Canyon up the 2. You nodding your head? You heard of it before?
Not
yeah,
yet.
No, it's great. You go about 22 miles up the 2, and you veer off, I think, to the right. And it's this little sign called Devil's Canyon. It's fun going in. It's a pain in the ass going out because it's about a 2-mile incline on your way back out. But there's a gorgeous little stream down in there. Every time I go down there, I see bighorn sheep and black bear. It's good stuff.
Well, there it is, a little nugget of information from Adam here. Make sure you bring a lot of water and stay tuned. We got a lot of hiking to do this year with all my children. Appreciate it, brother.
You got it.
Hey, what's going on? We're here with Jacob Young, a.k.a. JR. How are you holding up today?
I'm getting through, making my rounds.
Getting through, making your rounds. So I'm going to cut right to the chase. So the big storyline of your character obviously has to do with a pretty sensitive topic. Most people probably know cancer. And how's the response been from people? Have you been getting emails, some cancer survivors?
First and foremost, when they brought forth this storyline to me, I realized it was going to be a sensitive thing right at the top. It's like, and it's been done before on shows, it's been done in other soap operas, but this was something that was impacting me, and it was close to home, which a lot of people have relatives or know a relative that had cancer or maybe even succumbed to cancer.
Have you been affected at all?
Yeah. I mean, my mother was a cancer. She is a cancer survivor. Breast, ovarian, kidney cancer. I mean, and she beat it. And she's still with us today.
God bless.
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that I brought everything I could to this role and try to affect people as best I can and make them understand if they weren't educated on it already.
Yeah. And so, what are some of the ways that you went about preparing the role to get involved? I guess you have some personal connections, so you know how it transcends.
I've worked with with children with cancer, and I've gone to a lot of different functions. something about like going to a hospital and seeing a child with their head shaved is enough to make you like, it's not even shaved, but, they've lost all their hair from chemo or radiation. It's like, it's bone chilling. It's like scary, and it's like, wow, how do you react to it? But, I guess the only way that I could bring to the role is to bring the gift of try. You try to survive, you try to hold on, you try to beat it, you try to hold out for a cure, and that's what I've just tried to embrace the entire time.
And how did you first become involved with performing? To have an opportunity with this wonderful show, All My Children. How'd you first get your start?
Well, I actually first got my start on Bold and the Beautiful when I was 17, and I've been in daytime since then, so about 13 years.
But when you first began as a child or whatever, it was just something that, wow, I'd like to do that, or that's a way to express myself.
Well, it wasn't like I was going particularly for soaps, but I was actually just trying to get a little extra buck by doing commercials.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to go to college, and I had always performed my whole life. I played music, I sang, I was acting in all the different organizations around my community, and my mom was just like, on a whim, she's like, why don't you try to do something like that? And I was like, all right, maybe I'll just try simply doing commercials or whatever. But I got sent to an audition for soaps, and it was
history from there. So it's all thanks, Mom. Yeah, appreciate it. So speaking of moms, this is an interesting thing. Is when you would have a birthday dinner, what would be the the request for Mom? What she would want, that you would want her to make?
Oh, what she? Well, she knows that I like this baked mac and cheese. She does. So.
Okay, so if you want to send some stuff over to Jacob, baked mac and cheese. But in terms of JR, what are some things where if he obviously has a lot of time to himself, what's the way that he can express himself, or that he likes to just things that he does in his free time that maybe someone doesn't see behind closed doors?
JR, he probably spends a lot of time, reading, some literature on taking over people or
studies Wikipedia all day long.
Yeah, he does that. That's what he does.
Yeah, he's a Wikipedia guru. And talk a little bit about your relationship. You've had a few relationships here. I don't want to dwell too much upon the cancer, but the relationships, is that obviously it's a burden. So how do you continue to go forward? Is that something where you take time away from the relationship?
JR actually depended a lot on his relationship, to keep him, going through this thing. But, once he comes back and he makes a full recovery, it's anybody's game.
So he might be back in the free game, might be a free man?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, ladies, keep you posted. But one last question. So we're here in LA. Are you originally from, you're originally from LA or no?
I'm originally West Coast. I'm from Oregon and San Diego, and then Los Angeles, New York, LA again.
So now you're liking it out here. You go surfing out here?
I used to surf. I haven't been since I've been back yet. We're still just kind of getting acclimated with the way of life. I came back as a father now, so.
Oh, so you have a child now. That's a whole different ballgame. I'm sure you can pull a lot from that. Your love for your child.
Oh, absolutely. And JR is a father too, so it's really not too far fetched. There's a lot of real strength to pull from.
What's the funniest thing that your child does that just makes you laugh and chuckle at home?
He's totally just, anytime he hears music, he just starts dancing. It doesn't matter where he is, or like if he's just in the middle of a story, picks something up and it starts playing music, he starts dancing. Everybody seems to get a kick out of it. So.
Nice. America's Best Dancer right here. Check him out.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you so much, All My Children. We love soaps. Appreciate it. Jacob, thank you.
You're ready.
Hey, what's going on? We're here with Stephanie Gatschet. How you holding up today?
I'm doing good. Busy, but good.
All right, definitely. So welcome to We Love Soaps, and we thank you for having us today and allowing us to come on set. How long have you been in this actual facility?
We got here, we started the new year here. So it's been I don't even know the date. It's been about 2.5 months.
So has there been a different vibe here at the soundstage versus the other one? I mean, what's the feeling going around locally?
The vibe's different in that, we have a whole new crew, so it's new people, new dynamics that way, new sets, sort of bigger, shinier, improved sets.
Still forging new relationships. Were there any, crew members in the past that you would like to give a quick shout out to?
Oh, everybody. Our New York peeps. We'll never forget you. We love you.
You're always in our heart. We love you, and we miss you. As far as your character goes, do we have any interest? Are you enjoying the opportunity, to express your wings? Are there any relationships that you could potentially see that would develop further?
Specifically?
Yeah, is there anyone, like, ideally for Madison, correct? Is there a specific someone that maybe you would hope or long to be with in the future that you would like to share?
Between us, I want Zach to come back to Pine Valley.
Zach, that's his second request to return. Everyone loves Zach.
I'm a Zach girl.
Okay,
I don't know.
and what?
But, I don't know. I guess that's not going to happen. So, I don't know. I have an inkling as to what might actually be happening, but I'm going to keep my lips sealed because I don't think I'm allowed to say.
Okay, confidentially, you're not permitted to. The writers they're new writers as well. Have you noticed a shift in, being more dramatic, less dramatic, more comedic?
I think there's going to be more drama. I mean, I've just, in reading my upcoming scripts, every time I get my scripts now, I see them and I'm starting to really get excited about the stuff that I have to play. So that's always a good sign as far as the writers go. I mean,
and what do you love about, being able to, to pursue dramatic acting and pour your heart and soul? What appeals to you about that?
like about doing this job and getting to act every day?
Yeah, definitely. Or is it therapeutic? I know, sometimes.
Yeah, well, for me, I mean, at least for the first few months that I was on the show, my character was an evil, can I say?
B-I-T.
Wench. And
Wicked Witch.
believe it or not, that's not me in real life. So, so when I get to play that, play a character that's completely different from myself, it's fun, and it is sort of therapeutic in a way because I can get out all and any sort of deep-seated anger or the crazy that's probably lurking inside every girl somewhere. It gets to come out, but it doesn't have to come out in my real life. So that's a good thing.
Wonderful. And obviously it's HD quality now. Are you putting on more makeup?
Actually, the thing about HD is you have to wear less makeup.
Less makeup.
Because in HD, the makeup shows up. Like they can see foundation on your face, or they can see all the details. So mostly, they're taking down the makeup as much as possible. So it's interesting trying to figure out how to be made up without looking too made up.
And does the shooting style and the camera, does that affect the overall performance at all, or no?
The shooting style is
HD, just different ways that they approach it. Sometimes there's a 3-camera setup, maybe one time they punch in. Does that affect your overall performance, or it's all pretty solid where it comes from?
From our end, the HD doesn't make a difference in how what the shooting feels like or anything. It's all sort of the same as it's always been. It's when you catch a glimpse of the monitor that you realize, oh wait, everyone can see every little detail. We're in HD now. I forgot.
And where's Madison's favorite hideout in Pine Valley?
The casino.
The casino. And what does Madison like to? What's her favorite thing to bet on in the casino?
Blackjack.
Blackjack. 21. Watch out.
Nothing like blackjack and a martini.
And a martini. Oh, okay, great. Well, I'd like to have a martini down in Pine Valley. We'll see what we can do. But thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Oh, hold on. What's that on your wrist? Do share.
Thank you. This is a lung cancer awareness bracelet that I wear for my mother/best friend who is a survivor of lung cancer, and I'm a big advocate now for lung cancer awareness. And if anyone wants any information, nationallungcancerpartnership.org.
Wonderful, and we appreciate it. Much love and everything to your family. Thank you. So we had a wonderful day down here. We got to interview all of the wonderful cast members. We had a blast down here on set for All My Children in LA. Definitely a different vibe. Pine Valley, it's changing. So keep your eyes open and stay locked to We Love Soaps. Thanks.